You are the dwarf cleric Drewcifer, and your group is on a mission to destroy an orc village. The village chief surrenders to you and offers a dozen healing potions and a magic mace in exchange for his freedom. What do you do?
I would accept his offer only on the sole condition that he takes his village and packs up and gets very far away from the rest of the dwarves and stops harassing them. Far enough so that we can't find them, because if we do, we'll come back and finish the job.
You are Nakayama Hayato, a human samurai. You have found someone who is willing to get you back into good graces at home. All he asks for is a pledge of loyalty sworn on a dark book with a demon's head on its cover. What do you do?
I think I just kill him. I think I say no and kill him, because that is incredibly insulting. Especially to Hayato, whose honor is key. Yeah, no, I don't do demons. Sorry.
Don't you? You are Lady Sai, a psionic superhero. In your normal life, you're a psychiatrist. One of your patients confides in you that she's really Lady Sai, and she describes your last adventure in perfect detail. What do you do?
I got to do a mind scan to see if she's telling the truth or not, and if there's some sort of weird thing going on with my powers, because that would be very bad that she knows who I am. If that fails, then maybe mind control, make her forget things, I don't know.
Okay.
See what I can do.
You are an orc bodyguard living in Chicago. You're the only son of Dorothea Figgins. Your real name is Elderby, but you're known by everyone as Tiny. You're walking down the street minding your own business when 4 cyberpunks come out from a dark alley. We heard you beat up our friend Razor at the club last night. You's gonna regret that. And you left your guns at home, damn it. What do you do?
I'm gonna run away from that alley and try and get into some public light so they hopefully won't commit a crime in public, because I don't know if I can take those guys.
You are Mongo of the Three Towers. You're looking to sell one of your custom spells to another wizard. He and his buddies want to see a demonstration before buying the scroll. Which one do you want to sell them, and how do you set up the demonstration?
Probably the least damaging spell, the least collateral damage I have to worry about. I'm going to show them off Mongo's magic message.
Ooh.
And I'm going to write a message on the wall that says, Mongo's spells are great. Maybe they'll do the price, like, only 50 copper, or however much.
You are Reiko, a human ninja. You've been tracking the killers of your family for over 5 years. You arrive at a prosperous village, and while you are visiting the local market, you recognize one of the killers. He's with his wife and 3 children enjoying a walk. What do you do?
Observe him, like, see what his habits are, see if there's any time he's alone. Because I wouldn't want to kill him in front of his wife and kids, but he definitely needs to die. So see if there's any part of his routine, you know, stealthily watch him for a couple days, see if there's any part of his routine where he's alone and vulnerable somewhere, and set up a trap.
You are Bartok, an Adino's lizard man priest of the nature goddess Lala. You've met a reporter who wants to talk to you about your religion. She says she can capture your voice on this dead thing called a microphone and send it to other dead things and let everyone know about your religion. What do you do?
Well, having an opportunity to spread the wonderful word of Lenala, I'm going to take her up on that offer. I'm going to, hopefully I know how to work it, but yeah, I'll start, I'll give her the best, I'll give her the best, what do you call it, like sermon for Lenala's conversion ever. Look at all these wonderful things Lenala can do for you.
You are Arctis, an Ursine barbarian. You stumble upon an encampment where 2 groups of men are fighting. One's in military uniforms you don't recognize, and the other's in pajamas. You can't tell which group set up the camp. What do you do?
I guess I'm going to join the fight. I don't care who. Just going to start fighting. Go into a rage. See how many I can take down. I'll go for the look at the toughest guy and go try and take him down to size.
You are Sally Sparks, a broke college student. You've been traveling through space and time with this charismatic guy called the Doctor, and you accidentally step into your own past. You see your past self about to be hit by a car, although you don't remember that event happening. What do you do?
If I don't remember it happening, then maybe I was the one who saved myself from being hit by a car. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna push myself out of the way and then run away before she can recognize. She just thinks some random blonde girl saved her life for the rest of her life.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get the time stream all muddled.
You are Agent Thomas, a Time Lord working for the Celestial Intervention Agency. Your mission is to travel back to prevent the destruction of a species under attack. When you arrive, you discover there are two different species fighting for dominance. Only one's supposed to survive, but you don't know which one. What do?
I'm gonna have to broker a peace between them, because if one of them has to live, why can't both live? So I have to maybe spend some time with the leaders of both sides, or come up with some kind of ingenious solution to get them to stop fighting.
Okay.
I mean, I am a Time Lord after all.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be too hard.
You are 41 Vex, a droid. You've been assigned as a translator for Timo the Hutt, who is notorious for smashing his translator droids when they translate something he doesn't like. Currently, Timo's Rhodian advisor has arrived and told you that Imperials destroyed his latest shipment of a very expensive spice worth over 5 million credits. What do?
This is a tough situation. I think what I'm going to do is try and pass the buck. So instead of him being mad at me for giving him bad news, he's going to be mad at the trader for running away and trying to steal his supply from him. So maybe he'll be distracted by the guy who backstabbed him.
You are the dwarf fighter Harbeck. You've been captured and thrown into a dungeon with a kobold, a goblin, and a half-orc. None of you speak the same language, but you'll all have to work together to escape. What do?
Well, of course, as the dwarf, I first established dominance by getting them in headlocks. I mean, that's what you got to do, right? You have to be like, hey, you guys listen to me. And then once they've accepted my command, then I guess I'll just have to use some basic hand gestures, maybe some, like hit things or that, and get through it.
You are Reiki Takamoto, a covert operations specialist. You've been offered a lucrative contract that is scheduled to pay out 25 ounces of pure gold, a substance you're allergic to. What do?
I mean, I guess I should get somebody who actually can use the gold in line. Yeah, so I'll definitely call up some contacts and see who wants some gold. And whoever has the highest price can get it.
You are Lyrianne, half-elven gunslinger. You're minding your own business in the scum bar when you hear another gunslinger trying to take credit for your latest exploits. What do?
I think I'd walk up to the gentleman in question, draw my weapon, and say, so, you say you're the one who... Like, oh, really? Well then, let's have a little duel here. Let's see who's a better gunslinger.
You are Annias, a monk of the elven cult of true knowledge. You've been studying this place called the Cyber Papacy and want to bring as much of their knowledge to your secret temple as you can. You found something called an android that has this knowledge in its positronic brain. However, the cult says that only elves can enter the temple upon pain of death. What do?
I mean, it's not like a living being, right? So they wouldn't have problems with it. I might be able to convince him that he's... Either that or I gotta just like weld some elf ears to it and say he's a cyber elf. I found an elven brother from another dimension. They've advanced technologically, but I swear he's an elf. Trust me.
You are Jameer, a halfling druid and a pacifist by nature. While going about your business, a low-level wizard starts tossing fireballs indiscriminately, setting the forest you have sworn to protect on fire. What do?
I don't want to start needless fights, but this dude is just throwing fireballs around, so I'm going to try at least knock him out. I mean, try not to kill him. Yeah, I don't think diplomacy would work too well. So, definitely going to have to like sneak up and just knock him out. Try and stop the fires from spreading.
You are Basher, an orc hacker. While breaking into Lone Star's files to get shipping data for your employer, you find another file that indicates your employer intends to kill you after giving him the data. What do?
Well, seems pretty easy. I put up the data on the black market because my employer is a douche. And then I'll try and mess up his system so he doesn't know where I am and I can safely escape.
You are Sergeant Alan DeShields, a drill sergeant for the Space Marines. You have been assigned the random recruits, no two of which have the same home planet, or anatomy for that matter. You need to get them in perfect marching formation in 3 days. What do you do?
I do my job as a drill sergeant and intimidate, beat, and otherwise coerce until I get what I want. I think we'd start the day with, some nice exercise, some 30 miles or so. That's fine, right? We'll be able to run that, no problem. We'll tire them out during the day and then whip them into shape when they can't run anymore. Well, as you can see, I'm pretty quick thinking, and I like to have a lot of fun. So vote for me if you want to see more of it.